Hey there, this is Chris Prochaska, and today I want to share with you one aspect of your profit potential and how you attract or draw in your ideal clients and customers. And it's really fascinating. I don't know about you, but I have probably filled out dozens of what are my ideal client avatar sheets. And maybe you have too. If you're trying to figure out who's my ideal client, what do I do? How do I serve them? All of that is written in your design, in your career design. It's all there, it's mapped out. And there are many, many layers to, and many different aspects of your design that show us not only who are you designed to work with, but also how do you serve them? What exactly is it that you do with them? And, what are the gifts that you offer? Where will you get pulled off track? Where are the shadows that are in your design? Where are the places that you can't see it? You're sort of blind to your own genius and maybe even blind to your own, shadows and distractions. But ultimately, in all these different layers, kind of how you can develop yourself as a business owner, all these things are in your design. So every time someone says to you, well, I have the system to help you make six figures or whatever, and then you try to follow their system and you go, this is not working. I don't understand. Part of the reason it's not working is that the system is not outside of yourself. The system is you. You're the system. It's all right there and it's all mapped out. And we can look at that and systematically and specifically not only show you who you're here to work with, but actually give you language that they're thinking and feeling. And by the way, these are all things that you've actually had to go through and work on. And they're in some ways your greatest challenges, and in some ways your most awesome divine gifts that you're having a hard time seeing because we're blind to both of them sometimes. All right. So that's all in your career design, all in your human design. Now, we are in the middle of the Profit Potential Workshop series, specifically in communication in action. And this is a big one for me because as a speaking and communication coach, and I work with entrepreneurs, I work with TEDx speakers, I work with executives and teams, and sometimes even families, helping them to communicate better and to understand, what's the most authentic expression that I have. And it's not just about the words that are coming out of your mouth or a great slogan or a great, tagline. It's your whole being. It's the energy that is the synthesis of your design. It's the whole of you that is your true authentic voice. And it has a beautiful energetic sound to it. In my awareness, the way I work with people is looking for that. What makes it, when I hear their voice, when I hear their message, it's like angels singing to me. My whole body lights up. That's what I am really looking for when I'm helping people with their communication. Okay, I know it sounds super lofty, but it's actually very, very practical. But anyway, let's look at one aspect of your system, your unique way of attracting people into your business. And we're going to do that by looking at your functions, the functions in your design. So let me share my screen here. We're going to look at it through my design because it's just easiest. I know this one so well. So first of all, just looking at the design, we have 9 different functions. These are the shapes here, right? I have 3 of them defined or colored in and 6 of them undefined. So what we're looking at one of the layers, again, this is not all of your profit potential, system or design. It's one big aspect of it though. And here's how I like to think of it is, let's say I have a business, which I do, but this is my very strangely drawn business, right? This is my, this is my place of business. I am my place of business. As a coach, as a consultant, I am the business, right? And so energetically, it's sort of like people, this is the storefront, if you will. And it's also all the rooms that are in my business. And there are going to be people that will come through maybe this doorway or room, or this doorway or room, or maybe even this one, depending on what's really going on in their life or in, what they're seeking. But most of my clients come in through this one, the communication and action. So we're going to focus on that one right now. So think about it this way. It's almost like this communication and action function is my foyer. It's the front room. It's the main doorway of my business. It's the main way that people come in to my business. And if you think about it like this, it's sort of like that, when you walk into a business, there's a foyer there and maybe there's double doors or something. I have 4 doors. I have 4 doors in this main foyer where people will enter into my business. Each one of these traits is almost like it has a neon open sign over it, because each one of them has an aspect that's consistent in my design that I offer to my ideal clients. They actually are seeking this energy. They're seeking this. They don't know this. It's all happening on an energetic level. We call that our fractal, right? The fractal of the whole in the holographic universe. And so people who are looking for what I have to offer are literally energetically finding me through this fractal. Now, this is happening whether I'm aware of it or not, but once you start to learn what your doorways are and exactly what you offer, then it becomes easier to talk about it in a way that has your ideal people go, oh my God, yeah, that's the doorway I've been looking for. Okay. So one of the things that's really interesting about my doorways here is you'll notice they're all red. All the doorways are red. That means they're unconscious, which means that unless and I can't tell you how many times I've looked at my design over and over and over again, and I still go, oh my God, that's what I do? That's so interesting. Everybody else can see it. Everybody else knows what I do, but I often forget. I can't see it. It's unconscious to me. So again, so many of my clients come to me and they're like, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I do. And I'm like, it's right here. You're brilliant at this, this, and this. And they go, oh my God, that is what I've been doing. That is what I do, but I forgot. It's like, of course you forgot, because you're not seeing it. But once you see it, it makes, you can't not see it anymore. It's really cool. Okay, so anyway, each of these doorways has an open sign over it. This is how people they come into my business through any one of these open doorways. Right there, or this one right here. Okay. So they enter in, they come into my foyer. And then when they're here, I'm going to use the wisdom that I have from each of these doorways, because that's what I've got there. I've got all this wisdom. I've learned what works, what doesn't work, and all the wisdom that I have from this open, undefined function. But I'm also going to offer them all of this wisdom, my strengths, and the traits that I have in other functions, whether they're defined or undefined. So people come in, and what I'm using, what the gifts and the services and the energy that I'm contributing to them is all of the places that I'm defined in my design. And that's the same thing for you. So what's really cool about this is just starting to understand that there's a main doorway that people enter into your business. And then once they're in, you use the other aspects of your design to assist them. Just so happens that my main doorway happens to be around communication and action, which works out pretty well being a speaking and communication coach, huh? So hopefully this has been helpful to you to understand or kind of start to get an idea about how those undefined functions and the defined functions work together to help you attract your ideal clients. Now, one more thing I'll just add into that is that it really does have to do with your energetic frequency. And so the healthier you are in each of those rooms, in each of those functions, whether it's colored in or defined or not, the clearer you are, the clearer your vibration or your frequency, the easier it is for your ideal people to call, to find you. All right. So there's lots of cool ways that we can look at it and map this out and help you to vibrate and understand and cultivate the potential and the potency of the energy that's in each of your rooms and in your foyer and in your open sign doorways. All right. So hopefully this is helpful to you. And if you have any questions about what profit potential coaching looks like with me and how that can serve you in your own business, then I'd love to schedule a time to talk with you. The link is in the show notes or the description below. All right. Until next time, take care.